we always do it this time. I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
Hello and welcome to your 2019 Funball Preview Extravaganza show. My name is Sami Contractor.
And I'm Jordan Klein, and I'll tell you what, we got some powerhouses in this tournament.
Do we got powerhouses or what? I mean, powerhouses that we're talking about, from Anne Friends, Wolfpack, Rough Riders, to South Asian Lizards. The fire-breathing rubber duckies, you don't find rubber duckies in this tournament that are not fire-breathing.
No.
None of them are not fire-breathing.
All of them are, and you can't just look at the powerhouses.
No,
now.
yeah.
There are upset contenders, and this tournament, the last couple of years, there have been some Cinderella teams,
Sophomore teams.
I mean, 2 1 seeds that we'll talk about today are former Cinderella stories, Wolfpack and Sweet Victory. Could we get another one in this tournament?
I'm not going to say it, but H2O.
You just went there, and we go there in this tournament. That is where we go.
Yep. So let's begin with the bottom right bracket.
Yeah.
And
so the first team we're going to be talking about is And Friends, and I know you wanted to say a little bit.
Look, I just gotta say this about And Friends. And Friends has one of the smartest, most intelligent coaches that have ever come through Greeley's system. I think that's fair to say.
That is incredibly fair to say.
It's been said that nobody does not swipe right on this coach. Did I take it too far?
Well, we'll move past that.
I just want to say the coach for And Friends is extremely attractive, and the joke is I'm the coach for And Friends, and I'm smart, I'm attractive, and I'm available.
Okay. So I just want to clear the air here. I was a member of And Friends last year.
Yep.
I left the team due to undisclosed reasons. They have upgraded though. They have upgraded.
Have we upgraded?
Yes. First, let's talk about Jack for sure. Best hands in the tournament. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that right now.
It's not even a question.
Not a question.
I think the thing about Prashurin, which really distinguishes him from any other player in this tournament, is those hands. I haven't seen that anywhere else in the tournament.
No. I mean, there are some goalies, there are some football players in this tournament, but I think Jack surpasses them. I really do.
Yeah.
He's shown it too. In the tournament. I've been on his team. I've seen it in practice too. We practice together, and I've been amazed every time. Every time.
And the other thing about this team that I think we should get to is just the number of soccer players here.
Mm-hmm.
Really athletic guys, from the twins, James and Harris, to Jack Rifkin, who's a little bit less on the athletic side than the twins, but still there, definitely.
I'd have to go there.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
I had to call him that a little bit.
Yeah. And then the new additions.
Oh, the juniors, yeah.
Will Efforteza and Sean.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think both of them really lanky, really tall, but lanky in a good way. They got really good length.
Mm-hmm.
I think this team, if they're able to come together, the chemistry's there. I think we can make a really deep run.
Yeah. I mean, they're both great athletes, both great additions for this team.
So, next up, the second seed in this bottom right bracket, Mermen.
Yeah. Mermen, another very complete team. They got Mellis, athletic freak.
Yep.
Great on the basketball court for your Horace Greeley Quakers. Seth
Happens
Braille
tomorrow.
Seth Braille and Ben True.
Look, all three play basketball. Some get a couple more minutes than others.
Use that as motivation, boys.
Motivation, okay? I know, Seth Braille, you think you're the quarterback, and you just walk in, demand minutes from Nicodemo, and say, you better play me and start me. You got to earn it out there, all right? Sorry, just get
let's calm down.
Next team, man. Just get protective.
Thomas Brennan.
Get protective over my freshmen.
Josh Dolman and Brian Paget, all 3 quality players. Dolman's the goalie. He has great hands. That'll translate for sure.
You ever heard Brian Paget's voice, by the way?
Fantastic announcer.
Oh, it's unreal.
Absolutely.
No,
fantastic.
It's really unreal. It's beautiful. It's like music to my ears.
Some might say we stole this show away from him, but
you're a junior. You got your time.
Let's be
right?
real. You got it next year.
We have nothing next year. This is all we have.
All right. So all in all, just a very complete team. They made an unexpected run to the Elite Eight last year, which we've seen countless times from teams.
Yeah, and I think they're well seeded this year as a 2 seed as a junior team. One thing I did want to bring up, that we'll also bring up when we get to interview Mermen, is the injury. I think the injury to Chris Mellis. For those of you who don't know, he apparently there was a little shoulder injury last basketball game, and he has basketball game tomorrow, day before the tournament. So we're gonna kind of see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's his left arm, so hopefully that'll be minimal. But
I want to see him out there. Yeah, I want to see him out there full strength.
Definitely.
Next one, Ferda, 3 seed.
Ferda, yeah.
Bottom right bracket.
This is an interesting team to me. It has a lot of depth. I like Jake Guglielmo and Ryan Bergen. I think those are 2 very solid players.
Yeah. Something we talked about is similar to Jake Linden, actually. Jake Guglielmo, he had one of those growth spurts. He didn't see coming.
He got up there.
He's up there.
He really is. But they also have some absolute units on this team. Martin
Units.
Bariche, Sean Dowd. You do not want to mess with those guys.
And to top that all off, Adam Fry, he's a hype beast. You've seen him dress. I mean, the skinny jeans.
I have seen it firsthand.
I'm a fan, though. It looks good.
I'm a fan, and
he wears those denim jackets.
That'll translate.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'll
the swagger, the confidence. Definitely. Yeah. He's going to walk into that gym, and he's going to own it.
And let's not forget about Kyle Flamino.
Definitely not going to forget about Kyle.
He's a funny man, sure, but you don't want to see him on the court.
No, you don't. The thing I was talking about, too, is this team's got a 4 out of 6 Roaring Brook hits. I feel like I should.
Is there a connection
there? There might be.
Roaring Brook. Let's not go there. Let's.
We are the best at what we do.
Okay. The 4 seed.
4 seed
in this bracket. Alien Punch. Another quality team. This is a very, very good bracket.
Yeah.
Jack Bluestein, Jack Ginsburg, very, very good players. JV basketball players. Brian Barrett as well.
Yeah. Christoph.
Yep. Christoph shows it on the varsity level. He has quick feet. He's very athletic. He'll surprise some teams with his arm too.
I think with Christoph, one of the things to really keep in mind is just it's his brain. What I mean by that is he's a good thinker on the court, and I think that's going to translate on the Funball.
I definitely.
I think especially in some of those situations where they have maybe a 2-on-2 and he's out there, I think he's going to be able to capitalize, know where the balls are. Josh Gordon, a guy who really brings the energy. Also.
Yep, him and Sam Avatanta, both funny men.
This is the thing. I'm not doubting that they're funny men. I'm not. They probably are funny, but
I know you like to think you're one yourself.
I want myself. The thing, though, is I've never really heard them being funny. So, look, if you guys are in the halls, you see me, come up to me, tell me a joke, entertain me a little bit, prove to me you guys are the funny men you're getting the reputation for. You can't just go around slapping funny men on people, right?
No, that's
we take it seriously.
But let me just say this. The attitude will translate.
Oh, yeah,
you need a good attitude coming into this tournament, especially if you're going to face a 1 seed like Ann Friends in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of it's about chemistry, and we talked a lot about specific guys, and we're going to see how teams are able to mesh together and hopefully make a deep run.
Yeah.
So without further ado, we're going to start the interviews for the bottom right bracket, and we will begin with the 1 seed from this bracket, Ann Friends. This is
welcome, men.
Boys. Oh, man. Okay, no. Just kidding, Jack.
All right, so let's just address the monkey in the room. They're in their boxers. They're an eccentric team.
We didn't ask them to do that.
This was totally to our surprise. We had no idea.
I appreciate it with Prashern.
I mean, you expect it from Prashern at this point.
I'm not even going to play this game anymore. Jack, I appreciate you too, Rifkin.
Okay. All right. So our first question would just have to be, Jack, what's it like having your mother represent 21 Savage?
Yeah, that's something we want to know.
And can we get him to perform at the tournament?
Yeah, we just want to know if he'll be available.
For those that don't know, Jack's mother actually is one of his lawyers.
Yeah.
So,
21 Savage, for those of you who also might not know this, is apparently from England. So, Jack's mom's trying to get him out of this little pickle.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you have to say about that?
They did get him out of the pickle.
He's great. Nice. Good.
Sadly,
take that, Ice.
Sadly, I could not bring him to the tournament. He had prior commitments.
Yeah. All right, I guess I'll just have to break out the guitar then.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Jordan will be performing instead.
But he'll be cheering for us, wherever he is.
I gotta ask you guys though. A lot of soccer players on this team. How do you think that's influenced you guys in terms of chemistry?
We know each other. We played on the same team.
We're more athletic than everyone.
Would you care to elaborate when you say you guys are friends? Because friends.
Well, it's funny. Our team actually has a really strong background affiliation with the word friends. Last year we went by Yacht and Friends. This year we go by and Friends. As you can see, there's a correlation between both names with the two words and Friends. Anyway, we're a happy group of guys. We smile. We tell jokes.
Yeah.
We walk around in our underwear. You know, we go by the flow, and we're happy and friendly and friends.
What's it been like playing with twins?
As you said, we're friends. We can tell them apart very easily.
Yeah.
And
Oh, so you guys can tell them apart.
oh yeah, easily.
I used to do this thing where I used to look at their shoes to know, but now I know.
I did that when I was a child. I've grown up since then.
Hope we all
I have
have.
not.
So let me ask you guys a question. Do you feel at all disrespected by your seating? Do you feel as though you should be, I don't know, a little bit higher? What do you think about
I
that?
think we're happy with where we're
Oh,
at.
we are beyond disrespected.
Oh, really?
We should be the first team in the entire tournament, first of all.
Really getting
There's
into it.
no team quicker than us.
So before
We can't get out.
before we go on though,
Yeah.
what does it feel like for you to have a junior team ranked ahead of you?
It humbles us, I think.
No,
and,
don't listen to him. This is
Okay.
what it feels like. So, let's see. There are two people that made the bracket, right? They're the first seed in the tournament and the third one seed in the tournament, both ranked ahead of us. It really makes you think, doesn't it? But,
Thinker.
yeah, it
That
really
is definitely a thinker.
I think we've proven ourselves. We've made serious upgrades. We've upgraded from a kid that can't dodge for crap,
That'd be me, for those that don't know.
He's calling out Jordan here.
Yes, I
and the
suck
kid that
at
can't
football.
throw the ball,
They're both really lovely friends.
No, they're
and
not.
good players.
to two pure athletes. And I feel like we've proven that we should be much higher seeded, but do we care? No.
No.
We're going to prove them all wrong.
Yeah.
We're going to make
That's
the Final
the attitude.
Four, make the finals, and win it all. And we're going to be lifting him up in the air.
You know, the thing is, I think we should be lifting up because I've been acting a little bit mean to him, but there's a lot of love there. There is a lot of love there. So I gotta ask you guys before you let them go. What are your opinions on the coach?
He's single. He's very active
Very
on
tall.
social media.
Yep.
You see him around school. He's not afraid to say hi. He thinks he's cute. There's that self-confidence that you need in your man.
He can lead a country. He can lead a high school. He can do whatever he wants. He's the man.
He's friends with your friends.
And friends.
And friends.
you
No,
know.
he's actually friends with your friends.
He's friends with everyone. And he has
Oh,
a
I saw
great
what you
beard.
did.
Yeah.
Great beard.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Hey. Good luck to all the other teams out there.
Yeah, you
And
guys
friends,
on the show.
people.
Watch out. Thank you, guys.
And now, on to Mermen. We will be introducing Ryan Poley and Seth Braille.
Hey, fellas.
They're pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Guys, you guys made an unexpected run to the Elite Eight last year. Expectations are a little bit high. 2 seed as a junior team. What do you guys got to say?
I mean, last year we handled some of the best athletes ever come through Greeley.
Ever.
It was all thanks to this guy, Pulley. I don't know if were you guys at that game?
No, yeah, we broke over.
So you remember when he caught Neek's ball with one hand, brought 2 people back in, and then he wailed. I think Zach David was the last one.
Nick had a chance to go to the professional, the
MLB.
MLB. He might.
And he caught it with one hand. So I mean, it was pretty
Snared it.
remarkable.
It was remarkable.
And then he nailed Zach David to get the final one, and we went crazy. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it's crazy.
we win.
So they're the ones who rotate the coaches, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've heard. Can you tell
So,
me a
Yes,
little bit
yeah,
about
why
that?
don't
we were a little questionable about how everything was going to work, especially with Mellis after the basketball injury. He gets very tired.
Older.
No, I don't know what we're talking about. But yeah,
That's
we just
not what
wanted
we've been hearing.
Oh, the injury report. Woj and Shams did not say
Oh,
that.
I didn't hear anything about that.
we'll see about that. But
He's
we
day to day.
Day to day. All
Day
right.
to day. All right.
All right.
yeah, we'll see how it all works out.
But I do want to ask a little bit about that. I mean, in the psyche, I know Mellis. He's got a game tomorrow. Tappan Z. He's one of your leaders, right?
Yeah.
Funball tournament after. It's got to be weighing on him a little bit, and weighing on you guys too, right?
Well, Chris is a fierce competitor. He's pretty much great at everything he does, so I think he'll be ready to play.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. I just want to ask Seth a question here.
Yeah.
You're the quarterback. We know that. How will your ability to read defenses translate to your ability to read the opposing Funball teams?
I mean,
Zone,
if you think
man.
about it, football is very, very much like football. You got the middle linebackers, you got the corners, so you just got to read who's coming at you, where they're coming from. I mean, we don't have any routes, but it's gonna be
I'm gonna be
pretty
honest.
interesting.
You being the quarterback, do you think you're like a hot shot? You walk in, you think
No.
everyone's just gonna be flailing over you. The team is gonna make it all about Seth Braille. Come on, yeah.
No, it's all about Paulie. Remember, he was the one who won it last year.
All about
You gotta
Paulie.
stay humble.
It was all about
Paulie.
We can say
All
one
right.
thing about Mermen. It's all about
Paulie.
Thank you guys
Thank
for coming
you,
on the
boys.
show.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan.
SODB.
All right. Good to talk to Mermen there.
And now we'll be moving on to talking about the bottom right teams.
Bottom left side.
Bottom left teams.
All right. So the first one we have is Sweet Victory.
Yeah.
I mean, they were a great story last year. They're a Cinderella team.
Look, the thing with Sweet Victory is obviously, it's going to be interesting because they went from last year being these tennis sophomore underdogs to now, kind of the favorites in a lot of the matchups that
Yeah,
have.
I mean, it's incredible. Their roster is just full of athletes too. Jonathan Seidman, Zach Wallace, Justin Greenfield, all really good athletes. Zach Wallace, I heard, has quite the arm.
Yeah.
And
And they're going to be, the way, they're going to see Wolfpack walk into the gym, they're going to give him a look like, yeah, you know what we did to you.
I mean, Wolfpack knows that. They have to know.
You don't think Reynolds knows that? You don't think Klein knows
Of course
that?
they do.
Ah, they know
course
this.
They do. Luke Mazarski, Harrison Lerner, and Zach Andrews rounding out the team.
It's a really solid team. Yeah.
They're just great athletes. They got some big arms on that team. Luke, and Zach Wallace.
Yeah.
And just very versatile team.
Yeah, really solid team. It's a lot of guys where you just look at it and you're like, man, they can stick into it, stick long enough.
Yeah,
in the game,
definitely.
stay in there, make plays down the stretch. A lot of guys I like on that team. I think now we're going to move on to the second seed in the bottom left.
Yeah, the
bracket.
fire-breathing rubber duckies. And this team has the potential to make a lot of noise, I think.
And they do actually make, a lot of
Quacking
They,
sounds.
I've heard them in the halls together. They just get in the little group. and
Yes,
quack,
they do.
quack.
They do that.
It's a little thing they do.
So Matt Bertucci, you got to start with him. He's a pitcher. He's a pitcher for Greeley.
His
Throws
arm.
gas. He is. You don't want to be facing him in a 1v1.
I think the thing with Bertucci, which is going to be interesting, is because we've seen it over the years with guys like Meek, other guys who have really great arms, maybe not go all the way. So we're going to see, is he really going to rip it?
Is he going to bring it?
Yeah, this is senior year, his last chance to go out there, win a championship, kind of leave the right way. So we're going to kind of see how it plays out.
Yeah.
'Cause this team's going to need it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And they can complement him too. Ryan Renzulli, Santana, Jake Berwin, all very fast, athletic kids.
Yeah, definitely.
Renzulli, you see him out on G-Puck.
Definitely.
You see Santana and Berwin out on the baseball field.
The thing about, Berwin, I was saying this about other teams, there's always that guy who's, the thinker. Berwin's the thinker.
Yes,
you
very
got the,
cerebral
if there's
player.
a 2-on-3 matchup going on, you can imagine that, all right, Berwin's going to play his cards right. He's going to look out. He's going to read the defense.
Definitely.
He's going to make the right move.
He's almost like a Seth Braille in that sense.
Yeah, you could call Berwin a quarterback.
You definitely could.
He could quarterback.
He's a great Madden quarterback too. We've had countless duels over the years.
We will be asking about this.
Definitely. And the rest of the team, Alan He and Norik Mathias, also baseball players. Great arms there.
Yeah, especially Alan He. Him and Bertucci, they're going to be throwing gas.
Yeah, and that translates.
Yeah, definitely.
That translates to the Funball court.
So now we're going to like to move on to the 3 seed in this bracket.
Banana Bread Bro. This is a newly formed team,
Sophomores,
I believe.
right? Yeah.
Yes, sophomores. Very highly seeded for a sophomore team, so they got a lot of potential.
I think, it's crazy, but they got 2 phenoms.
They do.
Matt
They do.
Fenlon and Aiden Curtis.
You know what I heard about Matt Fenlon?
Give it to me.
He has gills.
Oh, really?
That's what I
That's
heard.
been confirmed.
Yeah, because he swim.
Aiden, how you doing? Yeah, I'm actually really good friends with Aiden's brother, Liam. So,
Oh,
Liam,
yeah.
if you're watching this,
Well, yeah. Aiden Curtis is just a soccer phenom.
Yeah.
He's incredibly fast. He's just going to be a problem for anyone.
I know. You saw how many goals. Yeah, and the other thing I've heard some crazy stories with him and the referees. Him mixing it up, him getting in there. So he's not going to let anyone off
And
the
let
hook
me
in
tell
this
you,
tournament.
he's the last guy you want to see in front of you if you're a referee, yelling at you.
Oh.
Come on.
But it's that tenacity. It's that grit. That might be what takes Banana Bread Bro to the top.
Yeah, and let's not forget the rest of the roster too. Carter Salor, good friends with his brother Mike.
Yep.
He's basically mini Mike. He can do it all as well as Michael.
I think they got the same haircut. Too.
They do.
They definitely go to the same place. It's definitely like a one after the other. Like
Absolutely.
Carter sits
Absolutely.
down, he's like, just give me the same thing.
Yep.
Let's just
Give
wrap
me
this
the
up.
Mike Salor.
Give me the Mike
That's what he
Salor.
says.
Zach Eichenberger too.
Zach
Soccer player,
Eichenberger,
yeah.
Michael Marangolo, and Joe Wiener.
Yeah.
Very, very respectable. Rounding out that roster. Michael Marangolo, great hands.
Yeah.
Great hands, I've heard.
Yeah.
I mean, he can also translate his skills on the football field to the Funball court. Those definitely translate.
Look, this is a team I like. This is a sophomore team. I think, we talked a little about those sophomore teams that come out of nowhere. I think this team has a lot of really good athletes.
Definitely.
And they can definitely make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And last, but certainly not least, in this bottom left bracket, the 4 seed, Feng Shui.
Whatever.
We really butchered that.
We did.
We're sorry.
So obviously the star name on this team is Henry Nicklin.
Yeah.
For those of you who might remember, sophomore year, he went on a dodging rampage. Absolutely dodging rampage against Sweet. Yep, first round. He almost upset that team. I mean, he's just very athletic, very respectable dodger on that team.
Definitely.
You don't want to see him. You
No.
don't want to see him on the other team.
No, and the other thing is Jack Fitzgerald. He's a long, tall kid. The thing with these long, tall kids is the strides they're able to take. It's maybe able to catch some balls that might be a little bit out of some people's strike zone. And another kid I like, Jake Marowitz, good friend of mine. In my phone, I met him as a freshman, so I didn't know his last name, so I just did Jake parentheses freshman, and it's still like that. He's a junior.
I mean,
I feel like I should update it.
I mean, I heard he has a good arm. He's also a Redskins fan,
Which I don't understand.
I don't.
Why. I think he's
understand.
told me why. But
a lot of weird fans on this team. Jack Fitzgerald's actually an Orlando Magic fan.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
I
that.
don't know why. Simply feng shui for you.
That is feng shui for you. Liam Lodge.
Liam Lodge, strong arm, I've heard.
Yeah.
Nick Hubba, he's a Canadian.
So he can't run for president.
No, he can't. As hard as he may try,
I know that is. Yes.
And then Will Dwyer, another baseball player, middle infielder, very quick, very fast. And he's got an arm. He's got an arm too.
I also heard Nick Hub does believe in a 70% tax rate.
He
Just
does.
a side note, Canadian.
Yeah, and he will never yell at you, never raise his voice. Very good man.
Very nice. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So without further ado, we're not going to get to the interview stage of this left side or bottom left. We're going to get to the interviews right now. We'd like to begin with the 1 seed from this bottom left bracket, and that is
Sweet victory.
How you
Welcome,
guys doing?
boys. Welcome.
Welcome, boys.
All right. So
Last year, you guys came in with a pretty big victory. I mean, over Wolfpack, that's huge. It's fair to say no one saw that coming. How is it going to feel like going from the clear-cut underdogs to sort of the favorites?
Well, yeah, definitely last year was a big win for us. I don't think any of us expected to pull that off. Yeah, we have pressure this year as opposed to last year we really didn't. So we just have to know our place and still just play our game.
Yeah, definitely.
And who are you most looking forward to playing in this tournament, would you say?
I would say Feng Shui. They're the 4 seed, so we play them in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Okay.
So that's going to be a big game for us.
Definitely.
Why is that?
Well, they're our age. They're both juniors. We're expected to win, and I know them. They're some of my friends.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, your coach, who's your coach again?
Daniel Greenstein.
So last year, did he have to step in?
He did step in.
Yes. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that?
So originally we were supposed to have Luke Mazarski, and I think a couple weeks before the Funball tournament, he actually fractured his back. So Daniel had to step in, and he did a good job.
Pretty interesting injury. Fracturing backs. I don't see it that often.
I guess just a tennis thing. Must be a tennis thing.
Is it a tennis thing?
Stress fracture.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, Luke, we hope you're healthy and good to go this year. I mean, yeah.
He'll bring it.
Yep.
You know he's ready to bring it.
So how's that going to change? Daniel now he's going from the court to coaching. How do you think that's going to change the dynamic? Chemistry.
Well, he was our coach freshman year,
Yeah.
actually, so he has been in this position before,
Mhm.
and Luke's been a player, so I think this is a new territory to us. So
And I think, we'd be remiss to not ask you guys about this, but And there are specifically some senior teams that have been really calling you guys out. They've been saying you guys don't belong to be where you guys don't belong where you are right now. The spot you guys have at the 1 seed, not deserved because of that, 1 win over Wolfpack. What do you guys say to that?
Well, did they get to the Elite Eight last year?
You heard it here first. You heard it here
That's
first.
a mic drop, people.
Shots fired, and that's what this show brings. Okay, this show brings the fireworks.
Those shots have been fired.
They have. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you for that was great.
Thank you.
Great seeing you guys.
Good luck.
And now we will be interviewing the 2 seed from this bottom left. Yeah, I never get it right. 2 seed from the bottom left bracket.
The fire-breathing rubber duckies. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. So I just want to start. Tell me about the upgrades and overall feeling of the fire-breathing rubber duckies going into this tournament.
We don't think there's anyone better. We think we're the best team.
Oh,
We are the best team in this tournament.
you heard it here, folks.
No doubt in our minds, we are better than every single team on that board.
Jake, I just feel like you want to go on a rant here, so I'm just going to give you that space if you do. In case you do. Do you feel a little disrespected not being a 1 seed as a
100%.
senior?
I mean, you heard them. They were backstage trying to tell us that they didn't even want to be the 1 seed.
Really?
I mean, they're out here saying they got pressure on them. We got no
Who's this
pressure.
day?
The 2 years interview.
Woo! Sweet victory?
We don't even know their names.
Oh.
They're not even good.
That's disrespect, folks. Whew.
That's just.
What do you guys think are going to be the keys to victory for you?
We gotta play our game. That's it. We don't have to worry about it. We have nothing to worry about.
Really?
We got a lot of strong arms.
So Burr, when I mentioned this earlier, how have our Madden competitions, how have our games of Madden contributed towards your Funball attitude?
Yeah.
It sparked a fire in me. I'm a better competitor because of it.
Right.
I can read defenses like Seth.
Okay, that's the
Definitely a
third
lot.
Seth name drop we've had here.
That's really
Very important guy.
Man, we're getting some free advertising here.
And Ryan, how will your sick dangles on the ice contribute towards your Funball strategy?
Mind showing us a little bit,
No, it's on me.
Okay. I was trying to be nice, make you
Funball
feel
first.
comfortable on the show. But if you want to be that way, we can be that way, Ryan. Gosh.
G-Puck season is over, boys, and it's time to concentrate on Funball. That's my number one passion.
That lost my hanging
That's
over
my
you
true
guys.
calling. I have some D1 offers right now, but I don't know.
D1.
No.
Not
We'll see.
D3,
D1
not
player
D2.
here. We got a D1 player here.
D1. Gotta be honest, though. Is that loss going to be... is that on your mind still, or are we going to move it?
Oh no, I'm over it.
You're over it.
You know,
He's on to Funball.
tournament
I
coming
mean, it's
up.
got to sting a little bit.
There's more important things I have.
This
Yeah.
is true.
All right.
Much more important.
Guys, we'd like to thank you for being on the show. You guys have anything
Thank
else you
you.
want to add?
Can't wait for Friday.
Yeah.
We got the odds stacked against us with a 2 seed, slightly tougher route. Business Club got the 1 seed. Happens.
Yeah.
But we'll be. You will see us on the Final Four deck, day 6.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The always charismatic Jake Berwin. Thank
He
you for
is
stopping by.
charismatic.
He
There's
really
something
is.
about him.
I mean, the way that kid talks, the
The
confidence.
mouth on him?
He's got a mouth, and I'll tell you that.
He's got it. Now we'd like to move on to speaking about the top left bracket. That begins with
The Rough Riders, which is my team. I mean, I'm not saying this as bias. I think we are the most complete team in the tournament. Nate Jabara, consensus best player in this tournament. I think you got to give it to him.
I think the thing with Rough Riders is a lot of people talk about, there's a lot of chatter about some of their other players, but there's never been any chatter about Nate Jabbar.
Nope.
It's settled.
Nope.
That is the best player in this tournament. I don't think anyone can really debate that. And it's whether you're, whoever you are, whatever team you're on, I think Nate Jabbar being the best player in this tournament is pretty much a fact at this point.
Yeah, definitely. And he's got a supporting cast.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He's got Scott Levine. He's got Tyler Keller. He's got Brett Rosenberg. All three very, very good Funball players.
Another thing which is interesting is, they added Jack Elser pretty late.
Yeah, we did.
They rotated it out. They got, kicked a junior off to make this an all-senior team. And, it's going to be interesting to see how that chemistry sort of plays.
Yeah, I mean, we're all good friends with Jack. We all love him. And I think that's just going to add to the camaraderie.
Definitely.
Of our team.
Definitely. So, Now moving on to the 2 seed in the top left bracket, Horsemen. I like Horsemen. This is a junior team.
I like him too.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, Horseman's got Matt Maitland. I'm a big Matt Maitland guy. Grew up with him on the bus. He's up Flag Hill Road. I'm in Hardscrab a little bit off. It's just been nice seeing him, mature. I remember those days in middle school, just talking to him on the bus.
I
Good
can't say
kid.
I can't say I do, but
Yeah, he's a good kid. Yeah, the thing about him, which I've realized, he's intelligent. So similar to how we talked about Seth Braille, Jake Berwin, they can read the defenses. I think there's going to be a lot of times where Maitland's sort of orchestrating the team, getting people in position. Watch out for them.
And I can see that. And the players that he'll be orchestrating aren't too shabby.
No,
either.
not at all.
You got Danny Marangolo. We've all seen him. He'll scare a team into submission.
He scares me sometimes.
He scares me too.
Yeah.
He scares me
See him
too.
in the halls. It's like, oh, whoa, that's a unit right there.
And then you got a bunch of other lacrosse players. You got Jack Feinstein. You got Eli Rosenblum, Alex Kotler, and Brent Rosendorf.
It's all lacrosse, right?
Very, very solid foundation there.
Eli's an interesting kid too. Grew up with him on the bus as well. I like to say this about Eli. He's got a mouth, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, he can do some trash talk. You might see that on the court.
I hope we do.
I hope he brings it. That tenacity, that grit.
If this is the team we play in the Elite Eight, because we'll be there.
That's a guarantee, folks. You heard it here. Rough Riders guaranteeing an Elite Eight ticket.
There's more to come from that.
All right. The 3rd seed in this bracket, Jacob Rose. Rose. Fun fact, there will be a party at Rose's after this.
Yes.
Everyone is invited. Actually, I have heard to get to the Final Four, he will. I'm not lying. We'll put the link to his address down below if anyone wants to get on that.
I don't see why not. You might as well.
I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, and I heard from an anonymous source their jerseys are something to behold too.
Yeah, I heard they can be competing for that best jersey
They
award.
definitely could be.
This is an all-senior team. A lot of kids we like: Dan Stein, Luca, Connor Bingham. What do you got to say about him?
Well, Connor Bingham. I hosted a football tournament earlier this year, and he showed it with his arm. He threw the ball over some guys. He's got an arm too. He's not the biggest kid, but he has an arm. Same with Luca and Dan Stein. They both throw pretty hard. Yeah. Stein's an outfielder. Yeah. He's very fast, very quick on his feet.
Yeah. The thing about Connor is, he's got that way about him. He's able to just,
he's got that confidence.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
the thing about what I like about this team is they really balance their personalities well. Dan Stein, Luca, a little bit more quiet, but that might fit well into some of their game plans. They can easily position them, get them where they need to be. Connor, Jacob Rose, they're more talkative.
Definitely.
Yeah, orchestrating the team.
And Euban.
Oh.
Euban Key is a silent assassin.
He is
legitimately. You're not gonna hear talk from him, okay, before the tournament. But I'm telling you right now, he might be the best player on this team.
Yeah, I know. He's got a nasty arm.
He does have a nasty arm.
The other thing about Euban, actually on the basketball court too, he's just athletic. He gets up and down the court pretty quick. His stamina's good.
Yep.
We wanted to talk about this player, just make some special time for him. Matthew Lors, easily the cutest member on Rose Nation.
Definitely.
There was really no debate about that.
There's no question about it.
We were gonna go back and forth about it, but
no. Yeah, you can't even defend it.
No, not at all.
I just think he's a fantastic pickup for this team.
Definitely.
He's a middle infielder, so he has an arm and he's very athletic.
Definitely.
And you want to say a fun fact about him?
Yeah, fun fact. Matthew Lors and his good friend, Annabelle Johnston, have fathers with the same first name, Jim. I would just throw that in there.
I don't know how that translates to the tournament.
That might be on his mind, when he's throwing some balls.
It'll be on his mind.
My dad's
It'll
name is
definitely be on his
Jim.
mind, definitely.
So is my good friend's.
Yes.
Now.
Wait, I just want to say one thing about Rose Nation. They are a definite sleeper team. I'm putting my sleeper team seal on Rose Nation.
I think the thing about Rose Nation, when I look at them, I'm just like, this is definitely a team that could have easily been 2 seed. They've got a lot of stuff I like about them. Really solid team. And now we want to move on to the 4 seed in this bottom, or we're on the top left right now.
We're on the top left, yeah.
Ooh, we've been moving. Top left bracket, H2O.
Yeah, H2O.
It's your underdog team.
Yeah. I really like H2O a lot. They're an all sophomore team.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen 2 sophomore teams in the last 2 years make it really far in this tournament, and I think this could be the third. I mean, Wolfpack and Sweet Victory the last 2 years have made great
Deep
strides,
runs, yeah.
deep runs, and they have nothing to lose either.
No,
They have 3 more years to go,
Yeah, definitely.
and I think they're really well set up.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of high IQ guys from Owen Parsons to Sam Rosenberg. You had something you want to say about Sam as well?
Yeah, Sam Rosenberg's a brother of a good friend of mine, Brett. I mean, there's a little brotherly competition there, as there always is.
Yeah.
But
Brothers.
Sam's a great athlete, great basketball player. And I think that'll just translate. Sam Falk also.
Noah Pays.
Yep, Noah Pays. I know
you,
Sam pretty well.
What's that last name?
Dylan Mutkowski. That's how we'll say it.
That's a tough one. We're just gonna call you Mutkowski.
Yeah,
Mutt.
that's what we'll call him. D-Mutt.
D-Mutt.
Really, he's really good hands. He's a hockey player. Owen Parsons, very high IQ player. As you
Who's
said.
their wild card of the team?
Wild card of the team, Jeffrey Lungin.
Yep.
That's what I heard. I don't know enough about him to really make a good analysis, but
Yeah, we didn't really know him, so we just call him the wild card.
yes, that's what we did.
So
Sorry, Jeffrey.
Yeah. We'll get to know you throughout this
Yes.
year before we go
Prove
off.
us wrong. Prove us wrong.
You see us in the hallway, just come up, tell us a joke, talk to us.
So this bracket's really full of upset potential.
Yep. And now we'd like to move on to the interview stage of this top left bracket, and we'd like to begin with the 1 seed from this side with the Rough Riders. We got Tyler Keller and Nathan Jabara. Folks, nice seeing you.
Sorry.
Guys, last year you went to the Final Four. How do you guys think you're going to be able to build on that momentum?
We were a team bound for the Final Four again.
You heard it here first.
Wasn't
The Rough Riders went from
wasn't
Elite
really
Eight.
sure what kind of mood I was going to come on in this, but we're going cocky. We're going cocky.
Yeah, I like it. That's my teammate. That is my team.
That is his teammate.
Yeah.
Tyler, there's been a lot of chatter about you being in the business club and you being corrupt and them saying that you put the Rough Riders unfairly
Please put
as
this
the
to bed.
number
Put
1
it to bed.
first seed. Please, what do you got to say to that chatter?
Well, last year, we made it to the Final Four, and we were the only junior team to do that. And so a lot of Wolfpack members have been talking crap about us. And what I have to say to them is that they lost in the, the Sweet 16 last year. So, you know what I mean? We made it 2 rounds
Doesn't
past
even
that.
matter.
Let's see.
Another thing we really want to bring up here is you guys swiped out a junior, brought in Jack Elstrom, wanted to make this an all-senior team. Why was that important to you? How do you think Jack is going to impact your team? Talk a little bit about it.
Okay, I know that going into the season, we initially kind of thought about Fabian as being our...
Fabian Matthias, Norrich's
Oh,
brother.
they're name dropping here. Okay.
We initially thought of him as being our filler guy from last year, primarily because going into last year, Roland Corteza got injured like 2 days, I think, before the actual tournament, and we needed a filler, and he happily stepped in and he played very well. But I think as a team, we kind of needed a feeling like a wholesome, emotional feeling of a team. We feel like if we lost, we were all going to be like hurt by it. So we needed like as a unit drive.
And that's a big if, by the way. We're not losing.
Yeah. Look, I think you guys got a lot of potential this year. I think you guys can make a lot of noise. Is there anything else you want to add?
Well, I know that Nate was being cocky before, but I'd just like to say that, we're only guaranteed to make it to the round of 32 because we have a bye first round. So may the best team win. That's all I
Best
gotta
team
say.
win. I'd also before
And it will. It will.
Before I let you guys go, I got to read some fun facts. Nate Jabara, he sometimes plays tennis with his mother.
He does. Big fan.
Jordan Klein thinks he's the hottest Rough Rider.
It's because of his hair.
I didn't say that.
It is nice hair. Come on, give the eye.
It
Man, look at this
resembles
hair.
fine,
Matching
dude.
sweatshirt too.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Phone case also
Everyone. Yep.
Tyler Keller,
Red.
fun fact, is related to Zion Williamson. And
Yes. They share a bloodline.
This
I
is true.
believe a great grandfather
Maybe.
back in
Twice removed.
Twice
removed.
removed.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Guys, thanks for being on. We hope to see you play well in the tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Hey, that's vodka.
It's
It's
not. This is water.
So, thank you.
That is inappropriate. Classic Nate Jabara, an inappropriate kid.
Okay. Now for the 2 seed in this same bracket, the Horsemen. Top of the area.
Sunglasses.
Okay, in the jersey.
In the jersey.
All right.
They came prepared.
So this is a team of all lacrosse players.
Yeah.
We're just gonna start that off. So, what do you think a team of all lacrosse players brings to the tournament?
You know, we're team oriented. It's not just one player. We're all together. If one guy's down, we all go down with him. We stick together and ride with each other.
Explain that a little bit more. Talk about the chemistry between you guys. Friendship, bonds. How's that going to impact you guys?
Well, we've all been together since kindergarten, basically. We basically built up all that chemistry, and we're waiting to release it all in this, So, we got it going.
Any reason you guys chose sunglasses today, by the way?
Kind of right, yeah.
Block out the haters.
Yeah, block out the haters. They're
Cool,
drinking haters.
cool. So who are you looking forward to playing the most?
Probably the Rough Riders.
Really?
Really? Yeah. Nothing against you or Nate.
Well, I take everything.
But something against Tyler.
No. we're actually.
We're looking at Scott Levine.
Scott Levine.
You hear that, Scott?
You're not the first person to have something against him. Shots fired! We went there.
That's all Horsemen, by the way.
Yeah, that was we got to step aside there.
Wasn't planned.
Tell us what Scott Levine. What is going on with you guys at Scott?
We just think that Scott's a big member of that team, and we feel that he's really not that great of a player.
Oh, whoa!
If we go after him, I think the rest of the team will crumble.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Eli Rosenblum, the junior, going after Scott Levine, the senior.
And I still see some reactions from our interviewees backstage.
Oh, yeah,
I can tell you, they have shocked faces. Shocked.
And he went after just 1-2 in the shot. He just kept going, yeah.
Scott's not even here. That was a little bit of a cheap shot. Maybe we'll take it out on them in the Sweet 16.
I gotta ask you, sitting next to Laffy in AP Bio, how did that impact you? Just seeing him as a member of And Friends. Does that weigh on you a little bit?
No, not really. I don't see a problem coming.
Really?
No.
Is there any specific, team or player besides the Rough Riders that you guys are looking at?
Honestly, we're really just going at it game by game.
Game by game.
Last year we were focused through ahead and we got a little too cocky. But this year, game by game, that's how we got to do it.
Game by game. Guys, anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Thank you for being on the show, Horseman.
Thank you.
Hopefully you guys play well in the tournament.
Good luck, boys.
And now,
we're already on our last bracket.
It's kind of sad, guys.
It really is.
This is the end. The top right bracket.
Now, this is an interesting one. We got a lot of characters.
A lot of chance for upsets, too.
Yes, I have to agree.
I think, we got to start with the 1 seed here. Wolfpack.
I mean, everyone knows Wolfpack. They got a loud attitude. I mean, you hear it from Quine. He walks down the hallways with swagger.
Zach Reynolds, man. I mean, Zach Reynolds, he's had a reputation since early on in high school as being one of the better Funball players. Yep. I put him up right there. Zach is like what I like to call a Renaissance man. I have no reason to say that, but he is like a Renaissance man,
yes.
Well-read.
And he's a bit of a scoundrel on the court.
That's Jordan's take. Please
elaborate on that. I just call him a scoundrel because, he's the last guy you want to see out there in a 1v1. I mean, he'll wear you down. He'll dodge. He can throw like no one's business.
No one's business.
I mean, he's a baseball player. He's an outfielder.
Yeah.
Very fast, very athletic kid.
Got kids.
He's just, he can do it all.
Matt Quine, Noah Shar, Michael Salor.
Yeah, Noah Shar is actually one of the biggest architects of this team.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people describe him as the architect of Wolfpack. Noah was it sophomore year, really came together and put this team.
I believe it was.
Yeah, put this team together. And, in their sophomore year, they made a really deep run. Final Four, right? Final Four. And last year, a little bit of an early exit via sweet victory. Mm-hmm. They got something to prove. Seniors last year, Kenta Toga, Jake Anderson.
Yeah, and let's not forget about Michael Salor, too.
Fun fact, by the way, go up to Ethan Samkoff and just ask him to pronounce Salor. I'm telling you, you will not be let down. I thought the viewers should know.
Haven't heard it, but
it's unreal. What he's able to do with his voice, because it's his last name. Salor.
I want to talk a little bit about Kenta Toga. He's the hidden gem.
Tennis player.
Of Wolfpack. They love him to death.
Yeah.
He's my neighbor, and he's just like one of the reasons they were in the Final Four as top.
I think the thing is, on this team you got guys who are very aggressive like Matthew Quine. Guys who are just gonna get at you. You need that balance with other people like Kenta Togo. This is why I think Wolfpack's chemistry is really going to come into play. They really get along as a team.
They do.
And,
they're fooling around backstage at the moment as
I'm very sorry about that. It's no surprise here. Matthew Quine fooling around.
Matthew Quine is fooling
You'll get
around.
your turn, Matt. The 2 seed in this bracket.
South Asian Lizards. This is an interesting team. I actually sophomore year I was on a team called the Goals, and we lost to the better version of South Asian Lizards, or the older version, I should say.
Yeah.
They got Bryce Gell, a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Kyle Gelber, who's actually here tonight, and Liam Whitehouse.
Yep.
Max Wilson, member of the fire department, wouldn't be surprised to see him putting out some fires.
No, is he just gonna be out there with a hose?
He's got a hose too.
Like a personal hose?
Like an arm.
Oh.
That's what they call it in the business.
I just thought you
Yeah, no.
I don't think they give those.
Nope.
Out.
They don't give them.
That's the thing though as well. This team's got some big personalities. I think that's part of that's why Max is such an asset for this team. Just because he's calm, he's classic. Just like Seth Braille, just like Jake Berwin. He's a thinker out there. He's gonna think through some situations. He's gonna know what he's doing out there. Wouldn't be surprised to see him orchestrating some situations.
And then you got two juniors, Tyler Rosenberg and Evan Scott.
Yeah.
I know Tyler pretty well. He's a baseball player. He throws gas.
Yeah.
You don't want to see him on the other side of the court.
I don't know.
And Evan Scott, he's just an athlete. He's a lacrosse and hockey player, and he can do it all too.
I got a question. When they play 2 varsity sports, they get 2 jackets?
I think no.
One for lacrosse, one
Yeah.
for hockey? They put it all in one, like badges?
Yeah, I don't know if they do.
That's kind of messed up.
Who knows?
You want to.
Not related to Funball.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on. The 3 seed in this upper right? Yeah.
Top right.
Top right bracket.
Yard
Yaz.
Squad.
This is okay.
Now,
There's I don't know where we begin with this.
Now, I'd like to compare Yard Squad to the Los Angeles Lakers meme team.
Yep.
And here's why. They have a lot of conflicting personalities,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just going to go player by player here. Chad Frieder, he's Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
He's a wily veteran.
Look, the Model UN trip is usually stop Chad and people like Max Wilson from being there. This year he's going to be out there. Last time as a senior. He is like Rajon Rondo. I think, with Chad, as they say, playoff Rondo, who knows? Maybe there's playoff Chad.
Could be.
Putting it out there.
Could be.
I definitely want to talk about Will Frieder. Look, initially we were going to make Will the LeBron. We soon realized there is no LeBron on this team. That became very clear to us. So we decided to make him Tyson Chandler. He's a big boy.
He's a unit.
Yeah, he's a unit.
He's a unit.
I think with Will, though, the same thing about Tyson Chandler, it's that veteran presence.
Yes.
Will has this ability to just bring people together, give them a hug, make them feel a part of the team.
Definitely.
Just something he does.
Definitely. And then Jaden Zach. What can you say about Jaden Zach that hasn't already been said? Yod. Everyone knows him. He's Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because it's not so much his comparison to Lonzo that I'm looking at. It's his father is a lot like LeVar. And Oshry is his name. And he's a lot like LeVar managing his son, Lonzo. They go hand in hand together. When you talk about Jaden, you talk about Osh.
Look, I gotta say something. We want Yod, and looks like in this tournament, we're gonna get him.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him for sure. A heavy dose.
Spencer Gautney.
He's the JaVale McGee of
Yep.
the team. He's underrated.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee has had some double doubles.
Spencer's the goofball, and that's the thing about JaVale McGee. Underrated, a pretty solid season. He gets some double doubles once in a while, plays some good defense out there.
And he was actually on the JV basketball team with me, and he did some forward drills with me, and I'm telling you, his footwork is very underrated.
I'm telling you, Gautney is a big reason for that team chemistry. Fun-loving kid, just a good kid all around.
Yeah, definitely.
Next, we're going to talk about Spencer McGowan as Brandon Ingram. Kind of on the up and up. Right?
Yeah,
What do you have to say about that?
he has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
He has yet to put it all together in these tournaments, but I think if he does, they could make some serious noise. Yeah.
Fun fact about Spencer is that unlike Brandon Ingram, he does not have cornrows. I would just put that out there.
He doesn't.
In case people got confused.
You're right about it. It's not very fun.
Danny Weiner.
Lance Stevenson.
Yep.
What else can you say? He's a showman. There are definitely bursts of stardom with Danny. He has a cannon of an arm.
Yeah.
But, Lance is a journeyman.
Yeah.
He's been around the block, so is Danny.
Played on a lot
but
of
he's always stayed on a team.
Fun fact, actually, my freshman year, I was the coach of Raider Nation's team. First time I was born, it was Will Frieder, Spencer, Danny, Ben Newberger was actually on the team.
Ben Newberger.
Go here.
Shout out to Ben, by the way.
Shout out to Ben if you're watching this, which probably not.
No.
I would be very surprised if
would-
he's watching
yeah,
this.
probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, good kids, get along well. It's gonna be interesting. Who knows? I mean, they're what 3 seed right now.
Yeah, they're a 3 seed. Yep.
Maybe we can make some noise in that top right
Yep.
bracket. We're gonna see.
So all in all, they had the potential, but
Yes.
can they put it all together? Is the question.
Now we're gonna move on to the 4 seed in this top right bracket. The gentlemen.
The gentlemen. They are quite the story too. Cast a character. Cast a character.
Look, we're gonna be honest. You have the typical athletes, Ben Cannon, the looker, the kid who just comes in. You're like, okay, that's an athlete.
But then you got the sneaky athletes.
Yeah.
Grant Nowotko. Josh Moss.
There's some noise coming from the background about
Kevin
Grant.
Klein, Ethan Samkoff, and Max Brickman.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some potential there.
Josh and Ethan have been friends for a long time.
Yes,
You can see.
they have that great chemistry.
Yeah.
Max, he's a football player. So is Ethan.
It's interesting. I was telling Max today. I see him in the halls. Like, I get a little happier. He's a good kid.
He's a great kid.
He also has this new sweatshirt. It has like multiple colors on it. I'm a big fan. Max, wherever you got that from, keep shopping there. Yeah, I think you should know that.
Man, feel good.
You're a good kid, Max.
So that concludes the top right bracket. Now into our interview stage.
We'd like to begin with
The Wolfpack.
1 seed, please, Wolfpack. That I don't know if you guys caught that, but they did not shake hands with Jordan. I think we're gonna find out why. So, guys, well, let's start there. What was the thing right there, Jordan?
I mean, we're sort of saving some of the competitive energy for the tournament. We don't really want to get too close to the team that we might be playing near the end of the tournament. So we're just
Hold your horses, man.
wait until Friday.
Just keeping it real.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you guys made that a deep run sophomore year. Last year, a little bit of disappointment. Can you guys talk about that and maybe why last year played out the way it did?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we were so successful sophomore year, we had a run that was sort of unprecedented. I don't think we got ahead of ourselves last year, but I think everyone else may have got ahead of us. I think we started to get a little overrated, a little on the up and up.
Yeah.
And we ran into a team that played the game the right way. I'm not sure how talented they are. If we were to go at it again, which we might, how that would go. But I think that we're ready to play them again. We're ready to rebound from last year and go from there.
You know what, Sam?
Yeah.
I'm happy we lost that game. Oh. Because
Tell us why.
Jordan. I think what that game did is it made us angry. Right after we lost, Zach, all of us on the team, devastated, of course, the tournament.
Understandable.
Didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
But now we're back.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna leave it all on the court.
Really, this is senior team, last chance. How's that playing into you guys are gonna be able to function on the court?
I think that's going to set in more towards the later stages. I think towards the earlier stages, we're just trying to find ways to win games, trying to find some consistency. And then towards the later stages, we're going to get ready to play some teams that maybe as experienced as us might have some players who are experienced, some players who haven't been so far. That's also something I really like about our team. We've had 6 guys together for 3 years now. We've gone to the Final Four together, whereas some other teams are still sort of finding new parts. So,
Jordan.
Yeah. Now, I've heard a rumor that Zach likes to play hockey in his basement with his brothers. Now, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Let me stop you right there. That's
a little too personal for you? Yeah,
just sort of. Are you writing these questions?
A little personal.
I also noticed that there's a naked mannequin over there.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What
We
do you
got a
do
lot of
with-
storage here in the basement.
That is
fun times.
What do you do? Anything?
That's a story for another time. Matt Quine, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
quad. Yeah, I mean, look, senior year, Wolfpack, you guys made that deep run. Junior year, obviously, we know what happened. This year, I think a lot of people have been, they only remember that. But sophomore, you guys did make that deep run. We're going to see. Is there any team or player you guys are, looking at and like, that's ew?
The gentleman.
Really? Who
It's
wanted
a gentleman.
Yeah,
Called out.
Wow.
Scary.
I like that.
Really? You think they're scary? Who specifically got the gentleman?
Grant Nowotko.
Yeah.
Like you guys said, not everyone sees him as the best athlete.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised.
I mean, it's interesting, when I think of, best players in the tournament, you think of Nate Bars, you think of Zach Brown, you think of Matt Quine, but Grant. You put him up right there with the. You never know. You never know with this tournament.
That's
So-
the beauty of it.
You guys have anything else you want to add?
It's been great.
Friday, you're here
Thanks
for
for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on, folks.
So that concludes the.
No, we got one more.
We do. We
Oh,
do.
come on, Jordan.
I wanted to just mention the Quesaritos. Little name drop there.
Oh yeah. So Rebecca did this thing where like she got her friends to text me to ask for an interview.
Yes.
Rebecca, out of my hands. I don't control who gets interviewed or not. But still, wait, is Rebecca on that team?
Yeah, I believe she is. Sarah Harris wanted me to just name drop.
You guys had a nice hype video.
Yes,
Nice.
very nice hype.
While we're on that note, I'd like to say, Will, if you're watching this, some big LeBron hater, and I hope you guys get bounced out in the first round. Next, we'd like to, for our last interview, last one we're ever going to do, because I don't imagine we'll be interviewing people in the future, but no.
The South Asian Lizards.
2 seed from this top right bracket. Wow, well dressed.
Oh, wow. Oh, jeez.
Spiffy. Whew. Oh, man. So, I think we're going to start with the obvious here. What made you guys want to wear suits?
Why not?
You heard it here first. You heard it here.
This guy
first,
is a
folks.
jokester. He's a complete jokester. So Liam, your name says it all. You're a house. All right, Liam Whitehouse.
Unit.
He's giant. Look at him. Look at this kid. So, what is your daily diet? What do you eat?
You're a big boy.
I eat a lot of meat, Jordan.
A lot of meat.
You want to go into that a little bit? The type of meat, how often?
We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Kyle, what can you tell me about the variety of players on the South Asian Lizards?
A lot of variety.
Okay.
Not much to work with this
That's
team.
very good.
I
I don't know where to go from here
What
after
else
that.
can we
But
say?
I'm kind of stumped here a little bit. Talk a little bit about your team chemistry, because it seems like you guys aren't really talkers.
A lot of chemistry.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You know, if you guys want to play this little game with us and you think we're just going to go along, we're going to laugh, I'm not doing that. Or I'm going to let you open up. Tell us a little bit about your team, what you think. Looking at what are other teams you're looking at right now and you're saying, I'm a big fan of that you want to play, you want to go up against. Come on.
Go against anyone, beat anyone. Just put some football. They're all the enemies.
I mean, they're not going to give us anything.
All
so
right.
we
You
might as well.
guys have anything else you want to add?
Well, class, pride, discipline, respect. It's time for business. There you go.
Okay. You guys feel a little disrespected being 2 seed instead of a 1 seed as a senior team?
So,
Yeah.
I mean, clearly we should be a 1 seed,
Really? Okay.
but the only thing that we're thinking throughout this entire tournament are the 3 pillars that you need to remember to be a South Asian Lizard. Pride, discipline, respect. It's all that matters.
I thought you were going to do another one. Well,
There you have it.
That
folks.
was
South
great.
Asian Lizards.
You guys have anything else you want to add? That's it?
Okay.
Not
Okay.
concerned.
All right, so thank you. That
see
wraps it up for the
Good to
interview
see ya.
stage.
Thank you.
Okay. I told you we should have ended with Wolfpack.
Yeah, well, Wolfpack didn't really give us much.
It is what it is. We've had a great show
We had a
today.
great show.
Want to shout out Jordan, his basement, his mom for helping us put this stuff up. A lot of hard work being done here.
And then I guess why not name drop Seth Braille again? Thanks for showing up.
Seth Braille, great brain, quarterback. So
That's
you
all.
want to come in? You want to say goodbye to the folks?
Just give him a little wave. Give him a little wave. There he is.
That concludes the show.
Thank you.